Joey tips.
That's good. Yeah.
Joey tips. You're gonna be doing that all night.
Yeah. Is everybody still? Sure.
That's cool. All right, we're gonna call the meeting to order. If everybody's standing, we're gonna do a pledge to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Please stand for a moment of silence. Good evening and welcome to the June 24th meeting of the City of Woodbury Council. We already did that. We have the Cassie, did you give the
Yes. This is their of the City Council, the City of Woodbury, do notice of this meeting will survive to the newspaper and public by posting a publication of Resolution 26/03. Without that, the 2026 convention meeting on January 6, 2026. Also notice of the public meeting will survive to the newspaper and be posted in the city webpage for the public.
Thank you. And before we get started, I would just like to move on before roll call to open the floor to former council president Bill Fleming. So Bill, the floor is yours. If you have a few words that you would like to. So, does this mean I have to take my shirt off? I'd like to first introduce my wife Kathy and my son Kevin. And I'd like to thank her for the many years of support and patience. She was often home while I was out on many nights on city business. Without her support, my tenure would not have been possible. I'd also like to thank our city administration and staff who have always offered and provided their full support. As some of you may or may not know, I have relocated outside of the city of Woodbury and must, as a consequence, resign from council. So I'd like to offer a few farewell remarks, and we'll try to be as brief as possible. Serving as a councilman for me has been about many things: the love of the city, its residents and businesses, teamwork with our members of this council and the mayor, city redevelopment, the financial well-being of the city, providing opportunities for our residents and businesses, the well-being of our youth and seniors, a safe environment, and support for our many institutions, to name just a few things. But particularly for me, it's been about trying to inspire and lead our city forward. I'd like to leave the mayor and council with a few thoughts for your path forward in that regard. There will always be more to do and request of you than is humanly or financially possible. But for success, your eyes must be on the donut and not on the hole. Know what's most important to accomplish for success, and allocate your attention to these most important matters. Stay away from the fray and the distractions that will only bog you down. Mayor and council are elected as leaders, and the administration has been selected to do the same. We are all community leaders. Successful leaders inspire those they are leading to accomplish more than they believe possible, not through micromanagement, but through inspiration. Inspire confidence, innovation, and excellence. As leaders, you must be more fearless, more clear, more unlimited, more wise, and more courageous than those around you for the sake of the city and those counting on you. It's not about making demands or wielding power. It's about well-balanced leadership that inspires all others to go beyond their own perceived limits. It's very easy to get bogged down in all the day-to-day management, but think of the inspired potential available from all 10 elected officials working as a leadership team. Add to that the inspired potential provided by the administration and staff working with council. And then add the inspired potential from all of the many groups and citizens in our city that have stood up and participated over the 40 years that we've lived here. The possibilities are phenomenal, and will increase first by 10-fold, then by 100-fold, and even by 1,000 times or more if you harness the potential and your determination never fails. So be unyielding and unleash the power of our city. Lastly, I'd like to thank all of the council and the mayor and administration who supported me throughout my tenure. I learned a lot from you, and for that, I will always be most grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Bill, right there.
The mayor's now going to issue with proclamation.
Yeah, we can't let you leave that quietly, Bill.
Yeah.
It is my honor to read this dedication for William Bill H. Fleming Jr. Council Chambers, where we all now stand. This is a proclamation honoring William Bill H. Fleming Jr. for his decades of service, leadership, and commitment to the city of Woodbury. Whereas Bill H. Fleming Jr. has dedicated over 4 decades to serving the residents and community of the city of Woodbury through leadership in municipal government, education, youth mentorship, and community development. Whereas Bill dedicated 2 decades to mentoring and supporting Woodbury youth through the Woodbury Soccer Club, Boy Scouts, and Woodbury Little League, helping foster teamwork, leadership, and community involvement among generations of young residents. Whereas he was instrumental in the growth of the Woodbury Soccer Club, serving in coaching and leadership capacities for many years while helping foster teamwork, sportsmanship, and community involvement among generations of young athletes. Whereas Bill also served 12 years as a member of the Woodbury Board of Education from 1992 through 2004, including 4 years as board president, helping guide and support the educational mission of the Woodbury City Public School District. Whereas following his service on the Board of Education, Bill was elected to the Woodbury City Council in November 2006 and has faithfully served the residents of Woodbury for 20 years since being sworn into office in January 2007. Whereas throughout his 2 decades of service on City Council, Bill has served in numerous leadership positions, including 6 years as Council President, 3 years as President Pro Tem, 5 years as Council Representative to the Planning and Zoning Board, and leadership roles on almost every council committee. Whereas during his 16 years on the Finance and Administration Committee, including 11 years as chair, Bill has played a major role in municipal budgeting, operational planning, and long-term administration of the city. Whereas throughout his tenure on City Council, Bill has played a significant role in redevelopment and economic development initiatives, downtown revitalization efforts, infrastructure planning, and land use planning within the city of Woodbury. Bill's commitment to public service extends throughout Gloucester County and across the state of New Jersey through his professional work and leadership as an engineer, professional planner, treasurer of South Jersey Land and Water Trust for more than 13 years, and former president of both the American Council of Engineering Companies of New Jersey and the New Jersey Society of Professional Engineers. Bill's decades of leadership, professionalism, integrity, and commitment to the betterment of Woodbury have helped shape the city, its residents, and communities throughout the state of New Jersey. Whereas in recognition of Bill's extraordinary record of public service and dedication to the city of Woodbury, the mayor and council find it fitting to permanently dedicate and name the council chambers as the William Bill H. Fleming Jr. Council Chambers, in honor of his decades of leadership, service, and commitment to the Woodbury community. Now therefore be proclaimed that the mayor and the council of the city of Woodbury do hereby honor and recognize and thank William Bill H. Fleming Jr. for his decades of exceptional leadership and public service and dedication to the city of Woodbury, and do further dedicate the name the council chambers as the William Bill H. Fleming Jr. Council Chambers, extending our sincere gratitude and appreciation for his lasting contributions to the Woodbury community. In witness thereof, we have hereunto set our hands and caused the seal of the city of Woodbury, Gloucester County, New Jersey, to be affixed this day, 26th of May, 2026. Let's take a look. I actually see, you see the name is right there out in the hallway. Where these will be affixed to the walls as well. And hopefully we can just remove that out of order. Yeah, the order found to make it look a little better. Again, thank you, Billy, for a true legend of Woodbury.
Thank you, Ward. Thank you. Thank you, Ward. Move on. Thank you, Bill. Next up, that roll call.
Councilwoman Carter? Here. Bateman, Councilwoman Garlick? Here. Councilwoman Farwell? Here. Councilman Johnson?
Here.
Councilman Lamb?
Here.
Councilwoman Miller?
Here.
Councilperson Miller?
Here.
Council President Serena?
Here.
Mayor Miller?
Here.
Oh, okay, next up, I'm gonna call up Councilman Lang. We also have a, honoring the monogram shop and the retirement of Dottie McQuaid and Dottie Lang, founders and co-founders of the monogram shop. So Councilman Lang, take it away.
Come on up, man.
Whatever you want to admit to knowing publicly. We're here for a proclamation honoring the retirement of Dottie McQuaid and Dottie Lang, founder and co-founder, or co-owner of the Monogram Shop. Whereas in 1987, after attending a monogram show in Atlantic City, Ocean City rather, New Jersey, Woodbury resident Dottie McQuaid was inspired by a visionary business idea to purchase an embroidery machine and establish a custom monogramming business out of her basement. As a woman-run business flourished, relocated to the commercial storefront on the historic corner of Hopkins and Broad Street in Woodbury, and with the name of the Monogram Shop to perfectly communicate their expert craft work in the community. Whereas in 1999, Dottie Lang, a devoted friend and fellow church member, transitioned from her part-time role into a full-time partner. Whereas in 2012, reflecting the deep admiration of the community, local authorities provided a full police escort as the business moved to its final home on 5 North Broad Street, literally rolling its heavy industrial machinery down the streets of Woodbury. Whereas nearly 4 decades later, the dual talents of the two Dotties complemented one another flawlessly. The Dottie McQuaid working on the applique and individual customers to bring their business to life. Dottie Lang navigating the local businesses, police, fire, churches, and hospitals, while both of them dealing with the chaotic holiday season. Monogram Shop achieved a truly global reach, serving thousands of loyal clients spanning from California to England, crafting elite apparel for catering companies, serving the White House, producing cherished local treasures like the memory blankets, bringing joy to the customers with humorous gag gifts like monogram toilet paper. Whereas what truly set the Monogram Shop apart was the owner's deep, unparalleled devotion to custom work and their genuine love for witnessing a joyful, first-hand reaction of their customer in receiving a finished piece. Whereas after a truly remarkable run from 1987 to 2026, and mutual spouses of Woodbury firefighters, both Dotties are stepping into well-deserved retirement to focus on their family, including Dottie McQuaid's husband, 5 children, 13 grandchildren, and Dottie Lang's husband, 2 children, 0 grandchildren. Dottie McQuaid planning to spend her time playing bridge and volunteering, and Dottie Lang using her expertise as a travel agent to embark on adventures. Now, therefore, be it resolved, we are here to celebrate the incredible legacy and unmatched artistry and the community impact of Dottie McQuaid and Dottie Lang. We thank them for stitching themselves into our very fabric of our community and wish them a happy and health-filled retirement and their brand new ventures.
Thank you.
Okay. Good job, Brian. Next up, resolutions. Has to be resolution 26-.
Council President, I have resolution number 26-110.
Resolution number 26-110, resolution of the City Council of the City of Woodbury authorizing the promotion of Joseph Douglas from full-time patrol officer to corporal of the police in the Woodbury City Police Department.
Council President, I would like to move to adopt resolution number 26-110.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? There not, roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Bacon? Councilwoman Garland?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harlow?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Lang?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller?
Yes.
Council President Serena?
Yes. Corporal Joseph Duffy, if you would come to the podium. for the administration of the oath of office by the mayor.
So Corporal Joseph Duffy began his law enforcement career in 2015 with the Wildwood Police Department as a SLEO 2 officer. Graduating from Cape May County Police Academy in May of 2015, he was then hired by Woodbury in January of 2016 as a SLEO 2 officer and was promoted to full-time patrolman in September of 2016. Corporal Duffy has a law and justice degree from Rowan University and a master's degree in public administration from Rutgers University. During his time with Woodbury City Police Department, Corporal Duffy has been assigned to the Power Shift, the PACE, the Proactive Criminal Enforcement Unit, Traffic Unit, and Detective Bureau. He is also a field training officer, radar instructor, and EVOC instructor. Corporal Duffy previously served as Woodbury Police Association treasurer and is now vice president of the Police Association. Corporal Duffy looks forward to starting this chapter of his career and as patrol corporal and is grateful to the police administrator and city officials for the opportunity. That's your thoughts. That would be, yeah, you're right. All right. You repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Joseph Duffy,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
partially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of Corporal of Police for the Woodbury City Police Department
of Corporal of Police or the Woodbury City Police Department
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So, yeah.
Congratulations, brother.
When you're done, you're.
That's good.
I just want to thank everyone who came out, for their support. And then again, also thanks to the chief and captain and city officials for the opportunity. And I look forward to getting started. I know we all-
All right. Thank you, Mayor Miller. Congratulations, Corporal Duffy. We'll now take a brief recess for those who would like to take photos or leave the meeting, so you don't have to stay there all night. So with that, I will convene in 5 minutes. Feel free to take pictures if we have a lot going on.
Thanks.
Quick picture of your family, real quick. Take it with you. Good? You good? Yeah, good.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't forget that shirt. I love it. Huh? That's ace. Hold that. It's funny when you said, look, before we get started, he's going to tomorrow morning.
Still be here. One step. Go.
You like that?
Maybe you wanna take a hit. Say.
No, it's a good bar.
Congratulations. I can see you.
Congrats, that was cool.
Joe, stay there. I'll come frame him.
Yeah, and. If I gotta go take, we can go take.
Yeah. I was reading it more outside.
If you want to spoil something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright, it's roll.
Yeah. Go out. How you doing? How are you? On vacation, I'm at the environmental. Perfect. Run up tonight to do this. Yeah. It's beautiful today.
Very lucky. The whole game.
Don't double check it, make sure. Oh, good. Yeah, it's on Facebook, yeah.
There's two.
So, we'll go through.
I can find the honest, I've ever been in my entire life. And I found five. Thank you, Tom. 16 years.
Wait, you know you've been.
Yeah. Exactly right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Once a year, I saw my neighbors, I'm not that way. Oh, okay. What's your age?
No, we didn't get some.
I am.
I gotta find out. You better find out.
No.
I'm on there.
Is that the get with Virgin Islands? We're here for some. I look, I don't see it. You gotta show me. Right along the track.
Oh my God, that way down. I was like, no, it's
I'm trying to clean the whole backyard. Oh, backyard. I think, get my backyard. I know, my, the kennel. I'm spraying in the back and they just wait to get everything. I'm gonna get him to. Oh, man, I'm gonna spray everything.
All right, we're gonna call the meeting back to order. Next up, we're gonna open to the public for agenda items only. Can I please have a motion? Second motion, second. No. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. We are now open to the public for agenda items only.
Now, seeing no one, I'm moving close to the public.
Second, any questions? If none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. All right. Next up, ordinance.
Council President, I have ordinance 2459-26 on first reading.
Bond ordinance number 2459-26, bond ordinance authorizing the completion of various capital improvements and acquisition of various capital equipment in and for the city of Woodbury, County of Gloucester, New Jersey, appropriating the sum of $1,550,000, therefore authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds or bond anticipation notes of the city of Woodbury, County of Gloucester, New Jersey, aggregate principal amount of up to $494,000, making certain determination of covenants and authorizing certain related actions in connection with the foregoing.
Council President, I would like to move to have the first reading of ordinance number 2459-26 with permission to adopt after the second reading.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Second. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Vacant, Councilwoman Garland?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hartwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Lang?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller?
Yes.
Council President Farino?
Yes.
Council President, I have ordinance 2460-26 on first reading.
Ordinance number 2460-26, ordinance amending ordinance number 2456, that's from the city council of the city of Woodbury opting into the Garden State CPACE program to facilitate the financing of CPACE projects.
Council President, I would like to move to have the first reading of ordinance number 2460-26 with permission to adopt after the second reading.
A motion, is there a second? Any questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Vacant, Councilwoman Garland?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hartwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Lang?
Yes.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller?
Yes.
Council President Farino?
Yes. Consent agenda. Read them? That's right. Nope. Okay, sir. Can I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
Second.
Thank you. Number 26-11 through 26-123. I got a motion and a second. Is there any questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Bacon? Councilwoman Garland?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Lang?
Yeah.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller?
Yes.
Council President Farino?
Yes. Next is approval of the bills and voucher list. Can I please have a motion to pay the listed vouchers?
So move.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Carter?
Yes.
Bacon? Councilwoman Garland?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harwell?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Lang?
Yeah.
Councilwoman Miller?
Yes.
Councilperson Miller?
Yes.
Council President Farino?
Yes. Next up, committee report. Do any council members have anything to report? Any of their committees?
Council President, this morning I attended the Regional Economic Perspective Forum on behalf of the city. And, it was hosted by the Chamber of Commerce of Southern New Jersey. Deputy Director Frank Marco was the keynote, and there were 4 local mayors also on the panel. I was also asked to speak, this is a separate, instance, speak before the coalition of 100 Black women for the membership as an elected official. And that interview, it'll be in the interview format. And I let Mayor talk about graduation.
What else? You can do that. Anybody else?
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight, I had a chance to go to our scout troops, fishing derby, that they had come and talk about. It was really, really well attended. The weather was incredibly hot and the whole lake was surrounded by people fishing. So it was a lovely day. Got to go out with my dad fishing, so can't complain.
It's not a bad thing. Didn't get much sun though, I said.
Uh, it's
Under three?
more of a genetic issue, but yeah.
Thank you, councilperson Miller.
I'd like to thank everyone who helped with our inaugural Woodbury Juneteenth flag raising. It went well. It was a nice event. Got to see some old friends, some of the spearmint team. Public Works was super helpful. People came out for lunch breaks. Thank John and Cassidy and Brad for carrying all those sandwiches to the street. And we had a good time, and it followed our annual Juneteenth celebration commemoration, I like to call it, at Woodbury Junior High School. This year we had more students participate, I think about 16, and the choir teacher said there were 700 people there. So that's the most we've ever had. And it was partnership with Rowan, Dr. Plant, Gloucester County Cultural Heritage Commission, and a lot of trustees from the Gloucester County Historical Society. The next year, maybe we'll have more participants, make it a little more festive. It kind of came together a little quickly this year, but we were able to have it, and I thank everyone involved. And your support means everything.
Very good. Anyone else?
June 12th, we went to Riverwinds and we received that $15,000 donation from Joel Ron Dworsky, his foundation. It just so happened that he was also having a celebrity golf tournament at the time. A couple of the kids that came, they were able to take pictures with a few of the Eagles players,
Okay.
the Eagles cheerleaders. So it was a good time. I loved it. Yeah, it was a great time. The picture with Jason Kelsey and all those guys. I know, sure. But yeah. So thanks again to Joe's for 15,000 and the helmet's great with a jacket.
Thank you, Councilman. Mayor Bill, it's Miller time.
All right, so a few quick things. Congrats to the class of 2026. Myself, Councilwoman Harwell, and Councilperson Miller joined the class and all walked to the field. So I thank the high school for the invitation, and again, congratulations to the class and their parents. I also attended the 8th grade and the 5th grade promotion ceremonies. Just overall, Superintendent Bell and the schools did a great job honoring all the students, and it made it very easy for all the families and loved ones to share an experience. So congrats to everyone. Congratulations to Councilman Johnson and the Woodbury Steelers. I was actually unable to attend, to thank Ron George for myself, but I did see Jason Kelsey pictures and all the other guys. I was a little bummed out. But, yeah, thank you to the Ron Jaworski Foundation. Coming up, we have a big in-person meeting first week of July with State DOT Commissioner and other state, county, and city reps about our bridge. I will report about this in our July meeting. Hopefully, good news is to follow. Let's see. I have received many emails and calls about water in North Woodbury. The water is yellow and it appears it's from Inspira's use of our hydrants to mitigate dust as they continue the demolition. We are putting an immediate stop to this usage and working on returning water back to its original state for those affected. Inspira will not have use of our hydrants from here on out, and we'll have truck water in to finish the remaining demolition. After my report, I will ask Administrator Leach to speak more on this subject. He's got anything to say. But lastly, we have our fireworks celebration this Saturday down at the high school / Lily Fields. Why a week early, you ask? Well, we've been doing that for quite a few years now, and simply put, it's just a heck of a lot cheaper. And on a personal note, I would say I took a Father's Day vacation down to our nation's capital this past weekend, taking the sights, teach my kids about our country, and to kind of just simply, remember why we all do this. And was it reflecting pool green in some areas? Yes, sure it was. Did it stop me from taking a family photo in front of it? It did not. Did seeing the White House lawn with a deconstructed UFC stage on it fill me with any kind of hate or anything? Nope, not even a little bit. And maybe it's because I saw all the tourists from outside this country, seeing them down in DC, seeing all their videos as they explore our country while they're taking in the World Cup. Just seeing how much they love this place, seeing how much they love ranch dressing. It's really made me stop for a second and realize that whether it's Democrat or Republican, it's wings of the same bird. We're all family here. We all kind of want the same things. We just disagree sometimes on how we get there. So I just want to reiterate to council and all city employees that I think you guys are all doing a great job. And stay the course. If not for your country, do it for Woodbury itself. And everyone, I want you to enjoy the fireworks this Saturday. And happy birthday, America. Happy 250. Thank you.
All right, thanks. John, would you like to expound on the water issue? Second or
Yeah, the water, that was something that kind of snuck up on us. We've done things like this in the past in other parts of the city. It must be that sector of the city. There must be something with that line, maybe older pipes. We don't know what the cause of it is, but it was narrowed back down to the Inspira, using the fire hydrants in that vicinity for the dust control. We, to what the mayor said, we had them stop it immediately once we kind of, narrowed it down to that. The water actually within a day from the last 2 days, today and yesterday, especially it's weird the way it went, like on Watkins Avenue. I mean, you would think like the hospital's here at Red Bank. Watkins Avenue's up here by almost to the diner. But Rich and Rich and Joe down there, there are licensed water operators, as well as our public works managers, but working with them and Paul and Wayne, our engineer, with our engineering consultants, that's what they narrowed it down to. But there must just be something with that loop, because other demolition that they've done and even just other things that never happened. But the good thing is that the water on the Watkins, which was the worst, that got to be the worst, just for the 2 days that the water has kind of been still in the pipes. There's a noticeable difference. It's not 100%. I don't want anybody to think otherwise, that it was just, we turned the hydrant off and it went back, but you can see it is going back, and it's getting back to where it is, and they're confident that that's what it is. The best that I can say is they think it's probably just some old pipe somewhere in that loop, and with them running the pipe, kind of what they were saying is that in that loop, the whole big loop up Broad Street, then in those areas, the water is just running in a loop, even though it's not like it's coming from a tank and going right to the hydrant. It runs in a loop, for a reason. So they think that's what it was. the demo company, you know, they apologized profusely in spirit. They got right on it. They apologized. If they need water for a truck, we have the ability to, right over at the water treatment plant there, by the YMCA. We can pump water directly from the well right into a truck, and it doesn't go into our system first. So, you know, when they need water, they'll be able to continue water. We had somebody ask about that. Oh my God, how are they gonna tear it down? All that dust flying. There will still be dust control there. It'll just be done in a different way now. And obviously, we're gonna monitor it and get that water back to where it should be. But they think that within another day or two, it should be calmed down. We should be back to where we are, especially seeing the difference, you know, just in a couple of days. So, again, anybody that's affected by it, I can only say that we apologize. You know, we obviously did not think that was going to occur.
But I will say, thank you for your fast response. You handled it
Yeah.
pretty well.
No, for sure. I mean, you know, it's just unfortunate. It's an unfortunate thing. You know, nobody wants to have brown water. I can tell you.
Yeah, thank you both for your attention to it, and I would appreciate it. Do you think we can put any of this information online?
Yeah, we are tomorrow.
Okay,
We have a full.
I knew you were on top.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get it up on there. But we gotta get all the information, then put it up there. Sometimes you want to put it up there piecemeal because there, you know, there could be something that comes up real fast. You know, we just want to make sure we had correct information. Then we would absolutely put that out there. Just a couple other quick things. We're able to finally move forward with the lights. We got the rest of the information we have. We're going out the quotes on that for the lights on the practice field at Red Bank Avenue. It looks like we got past the DEP stuff, and for the Francis Avenue fields, we are meeting out there tomorrow. So that and everyone knows that as soon as we can hit the ground running with that, we have ground to make up. We have time to make up, and everyone is working towards that end. Mr. Ron Wilcox is here, so I'm not going to. I'm going to wait for him to get up. I'm sure he's going to talk about what I was going to talk about. So I don't want to steal his thunder at all. The trash routes, we've solved a lot of problems in the last week or so. I think we probably got probably 15 more to go, and we will have them worked out. I would say by the end of the week. I hope at no later than the middle of next week. I believe that we will have everything addressed to what it needs to be. Again, it was a transition. You know, we're in the third week of it. I think that the Public Works and Cassidy and Brad, everyone, they did a wonderful job with it. Was it seamless? Of course not. But we appreciate all the patience of our residents and all that. You know, we have 3,300 residents that I think that we service. So, you know, again, there's, you know, I wish we could say we were going to be perfect, but I mean, we knew that when we started, we weren't going to. But again, everyone, you know, continue. Cassidy, everyone in City Hall, Catherine, they fielded a lot of calls. Liz down there, Public Works, and the guys at Public Works have been phenomenal. Again, thank you for your patience. Anyone that has an issue, we tell everyone, please get a hold of somebody, either call City Hall, Public Works, and we will take care of the issue. We will absolutely take care of the issue.
And just an FYI for everybody, I had some residents say, I want to paint my house number with a can. The cans are scanned, so every house, if you get a claim.
There's a barcode also.
So you don't lose your can.
Yeah, if you're not sure, you can you know, check the barcode and send us if you don't want to put your number on the can. If you don't put your number on your can, that's perfectly fine. So, you know, but if you don't, you know, and you're kind of worried about it, there is a barcode on it, and if somehow you think it's mixed up, you can take just a picture of the barcode, email it to us, or call us up with the number, and we can let you know, yeah, that's your can. And if you get in any kind of situation like that. One last thing is we had a stormwater pipe breakdown in South Barbara. I don't know if anybody was wondering what that was. It was on our website. It was a 36-inch pipe. It was repaired. It was 12 feet deep in the ground. So we got the pipe repaired, got the road open. That was the most important thing. But the guys are going to be videoing the line further up just to see the condition of it in case there's any other you know, problems with it or anything they think might happen. So we can get to that before it starts. You know, it started a little sinkhole there. It wasn't ever unsafe, but if we can get to it sooner than later, that if we have to, we'll know about that. And then, yeah, one last thing, I wanted to thank everyone, Liz and Catherine and everyone in the group, the public works guys, the police and the fire department. Everyone at fireworks this weekend are gonna be good, as they always are, and, a lot of hard work goes into that too, so I want to say thank you to everyone for that. That's what I got.
Just got one question.
Yes, sir.
Light going down at the lake, are they gonna get that fixed?
I'm gonna run an extension cord from my house down to the lake. And I'm gonna put that light in. And I'm gonna send it to the PSNG, so put their, they found out now that the line was cut.
Somebody cut the line down.
But it must have been somebody from PSNG for some, whatever reason, but the line was cut, was just up there, but now public works guys up there and they found it. So they were able to take the line down. It's not live, it's at the end of the line. So the line is there, so we have it on the pole and I took a picture of it. So I think now the light bulb went off when they're, no fun.
I said the door, that's it.
So
Just so
I
everybody
don't know.
aware that when you go around the lake, there's that dark corner that sits
Yeah.
there, and there's a light that's stored in the woods, sticks out. And every time I walk at night, it was dark, and there's always it's just pitch black back there, and I said it'd be nice if the light that's there would work.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna
trying to get that thing fixed down there for like
yeah.
weeks. Finally.
Well, good thing, stays late till 9 o'clock, but we'll get it fixed for sure. And then one last thing, since you brought up Salt Lake, at that back corner, there's some erosion going on back there, and we're addressing that. So in case anybody sees that, that is being addressed also. Probably within the next week or two at the most, that should all be addressed. Thank you.
Good deal. Thank you.
That's all I got.
Cassidy, Cassidy Swanton, do you have anything you wish to read?
Yes, I do, thank you, Council President. So Saturday with the fireworks, they're keeping a good eye on the weather. So if, the weather starts looking more like rain, just keep an eye out on our website and socials, because we're providing updates on, how that's all looking this weekend. On Saturday, there is a grand opening for the South Jersey Arts Collective. That is at 2 p.m. at their location at 122 North Broad Street. Next week with the trash and holiday hour. So on Monday, June 29th, there will be no yard waste pickup. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday trash pickup will all be 1 day early. Still do everything you normally do, is just going to be 1 day ahead. On Friday, July 3rd, the City Hall and Public Works Departments will be closed for Independence Day. And then on Tuesday, June 30th, it's the retirement party and closing of Monogram Shop. That is at 4 p.m. at their location at 5 South Broad Street. And immediately following that is the grand reopening of Shall Never Thirst Ministry at 52 North Broad Street, and that will be at 4:30 on Tuesday the 30th. And everyone have a safe and happy Fourth of July.
Yes, that's true. Happy Fourth to everybody.
So, Mr. Council President, just real fast, speaking of trash, one last thing I should have said. Please tell all your friends about Recycle Coach. It's an app that you can put on your phone that doesn't cost anything, and it will give you notifications when we do have those changes in the trash schedule for holidays and what have you. It's called Recycle Coach. It's free. You can go to our website and get the QR code for it if you need, but it's really handy. I'm ashamed to say I put that trash out of my house and there's a change in the schedule. If my wife doesn't tell me, then believe it or not, I forget. But I put that thing on my phone and it reminds me. So I look like a hero to my wife. Thank you.
Thank you. I see Chief Ryan's not here, but it's Captain Warren there. Yeah, I say he's out doing the celebration. So go ahead, you got the floor.
As far as the 4th of July, the fireworks go, I don't know if anybody's checked the website, but please do. It has on their regulations as far as clear bags, searching of the bags. There's not going to be any electric scooters, any electric bikes allowed, as well as no animals unless, of course, they are a assisted dog or service. We had a party in our parking lot last Friday. It was with the Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office as well as Solstice. It was fantastic, well attended. A bunch of kids came out. We had hot dogs, hamburgers, dog tag games. It was fun. So also July, we have our Junior Police Academy. So we had all the kids send out their applications, and they should be hearing from the SRO soon. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for reports. There's no unfinished business, no new business. Or at that time, there was a motion to open to the public.
Second.
Second, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it, we're gonna open to the public. We are now.
Charles Hughes, 31 North Child Street. Hey, 2 months ago, on April the 22nd, I was at the meeting and there was an ordinance 2451-26 that had to do with the redevelopment. And it said in there, one of the things that it was to accomplish was the execution and delivery of a financial agreement. And as I said at last month's meeting, I put in an Oprah request for the documents associated with that ordinance, because they weren't in there. And Cassidy got me 4 of the 5 things right away. And so on May the 1st, I got 4 of the 5 things, but the thing that I didn't get, which is the most important, essential ingredient in that, is the financial agreement. And every week I get another email saying we need another week, and it's been 2 months. So I'm beginning to think that there's a defect in that project, and that it's stalled and it's not moving forward. And that's why I want to know what's going on with that.
Well, yeah, Charles, no question, we have not provided to you, and it's not because of some nefarious something going on. It's, something like, it's not technically out of our control, but the principal of, Canoe Brook, she has been out of work due to a number of personal matters. And we are trying to get her signed it as soon as possible, but it's been delayed because she herself has not been around to sign it. She's the one that has to sign it.
But I mean, you guys voted on this ordinance,
Yes.
and when you read the ordinance, it's like, hey, everything's done, it's executed, it's finished. But here it's 2 months later and we don't have a piece of paper, and solicitor, pieces of paper are very important.
Don't disagree.
Yeah, okay, so that was it. Now, I'll use a portion of my 5 minutes. At the last meeting, there was a lot of discussion about the old police department and the fact that property was going to be used by the FAF going forward. Very complicated thing, and I even talked to John Leach about it, and he said, "Oh no, that's not the final say. There's going to be an agreement in detail that go through and say who's doing what and whom and everything." And that makes me feel a little bit better. But there was a proposal that, there was a businessman that said, "Hey, I'd like to open a restaurant up on the old police department." And, on the face of it, he sounded credible. And I thought, well, why don't we do both instead of making it either or? Why don't we make a restaurant there? If there was a restaurant there, it would be open 24/7, 365 days a year. It would employ Woodbury people, and it would be a rateable. So you'd have the best of 2 worlds. You'd have another rateable, and you'd have this place where the FAF could meet. And I was wondering if that's,
I can answer that, Charlie.
Yeah.
I think you needed both sides to come together on it, and they couldn't come to it. I was mentioned, I believe, both sides. Maybe we can do one or the other, but the 2 sides had to agree. We couldn't force them to agree, so. If that makes sense, we did.
because I looked at the tax maps and the area that's involved, and I even tried to find the deed, but the deed isn't publicly accessible without, I think I have to put an over request in there, because most Woodbury properties that the city owns, when you look it up in the tax records, it doesn't have a deed number with it, so that it's accounted, or it's accounted for in a different way.
Yeah.
Because even if I went down to the county building, they might not know, but it must exist somewhere.
I think, John, didn't you say that property that we call it what do you call it, the police station is? There's a bunch of different, we thought it was Stewart, but it really isn't. There's a bunch of different.
Right, but the thing,
Under one somehow.
but there's one, well, I looked at the fine print, there's one lot and block number, I think it's lot number 7 or 6, pardon me, 6. That's the one that's listed. And then when you look at that, it says that there are 4 other ones that are associated with that. So there aren't separate separate tax records, there's one. But when you look where it says where the deed is located, it's blank. So anyway, I think that we'd be better served if we were able to put a rateable there and have the FAF do it, because the FAF, face it, they're gonna use that property for like 10 evenings a year, 10 Fridays a year. And the rest of the time, it's not gonna be used for anything. So if we had a rateable there that was bringing in money, it would be better.
No, and I agree with you, you just need both sides to agree, and that's, if one side's not willing to do it, it causes a problem.
No, but the FAF isn't paying us anything. The fa, so if you were trying to judge who's giving you more benefit, the guy that's gonna be paying taxes is gonna be that. So he didn't sound like he was disagreeing with anything that night, so I'm just saying, if you guys don't bring it up, I'll keep bringing it up, because I think that's the best way to use that property.
No, I hear you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And the most, the county, they do have the keys online. Do you go to their website, I believe it's US Land Records or, something of that matter.
That's correct, but I can't find, when you look, you have to know the lot and block number, right? Sometimes that's how you get it, or you have to know the most recent holder of deed. And I looked through all the city of Woodbury ones, there was like 1,000 of them, and that's not listed. So I think they must have a different index for the city-owned properties, because they're not cataloged the same way that regular properties are.
It's we are under several different ones, Woodbury City, City of Woodbury, City Woodbury, yeah, so you do have to look at, for us specifically, look them up, but just in general, you can find almost all of them online.
Yeah.
There for now.
All right, thank you.
Hello, I'm Camille Summerwall, 33 South Davis Street. I have 2 things for you. One is a request for permanent trash cans on Red Bank Avenue between McDonald's and the Wawa. It's bad. We're trying to clean up the city, and that's part of the reason you started the new trash operations. And so that would be very helpful. I use that street a lot, and it's pretty bad. The second thing I have for you is I'm representing the Woodbury Community Garden. How many of you don't know where it is or what it is? Okay. There is a space at right next to the water treatment plant that is the Woodbury Community Garden, and in that area is a fenced area, and there are individual plots inside of that area where people can rent a space for a year and use it to garden pretty much anything they want to grow. We've been fully subscribed for the last couple of years, which is good because that gives us some good revenue. And just I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on there inside of the garden, where the fenced area. First of all, the fence will finally be replaced, we hope, on July the 9th, and those will be volunteers from Home Depot. There was a grant that provided the materials, and it took Home Depot a little bit of time to get enough volunteers to do the work, but it looks like that's gonna finally get done in July. So that's that part of the garden. And I want to say a little bit more about what happens inside the fence. We have a relationship with the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society, the City Harvest Program that they support. And we get a lot of material support from them, and I'm certain we could get other support if we needed it. We're a pretty well developed community garden. we're not in the process of trying to start one. The one that is there now was started 20 years ago, and is pretty mature in terms of how it's organized. So the City Harvest Program, we have several plots within the garden in which we plant the seedlings that we get from PHS. And then all the produce from those different plots go to the food bank over on Evergreen Avenue. So we provide all kinds of things from basically from May through October. And then the other thing that's happening is that right outside of the fenced area is another sort of recreational area, part of the park system. And we have responsibility for what we call the picnic area and the area sort of adjacent to that. We now have a relationship with the county certified gardeners, and we've taken on that area as a project. And if you go by there, if you take your dog for a walk, you'll see that there's some new plantings there now, and we're hoping it will be a pollinator and butterfly garden. And it's been kind of sitting there not doing much for a couple of years, and we've made a slight inroad there, and we hope to keep it going because there's a lot of potential there. So do any of you have any questions about the garden?
You guys got, I know you were asking for, how low it was at one point. Bathroom usage, have you been?
Well, we finally got access to the football field bathroom.
Right.
And you remind me that I have to give a lot of kudos to you guys in the works, because public works, because you're the ones that we interface with, and they do a great job. They pick up our yard debris. They work with us on water problems if we have them. And they're just generally lovely people. I was having trouble moving something today, and some guys from work stopped their truck, said, "Can we help you?" So that's kind of thing that we're experiencing, as well as good relationships with the folks down in the office, because I got a call from Catherine, who said, "Hey, there's this cool there's a kind of I'm seeing an application you can apply for a grant," and unfortunately we couldn't take advantage of it. But to have someone get in touch with you and say, "Hey, there's a grant that might be worthwhile to you," from the folks in the office, I have to thank them too. So that's it. Any other questions?
I just have one question. Do you have any kind of like regular hours that like a new person can stop by, or if we're gonna direct anyone to you, best way to do that?
Well, we have a website, and so people can go to the website and get in touch with us. We have an email address also. We're also on Facebook, so people can contact us through Facebook if they are interested in doing it that way. We don't really have open hours. People come and go based on their ability to get into the garden and do the work that they need to do. I will say that hopefully I will be at the garden every Wednesday morning at 9 to 11 doing the work outside the garden. Yeah, the certified gardeners. Today we had 5 people. That was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I also do want to echo your concern about the trash on Red Bank. I live right around the corner, and it is constant. I also I think I was talking to John about getting a crosswalk over that way too.
We've talked to the county about that, but we got some trash cans, so we're gonna put that. We got trash cans that we put one over here at the corner of Newton and Broad, so we have a few more there. So we can probably be on a spot to get at least a couple of them down there, maybe 3 between get something over there for sure.
Great, thank you.
And I know of a friend who lives near the intersection of Hunter and Evergreen, and her husband goes out just about every day, like traffic. Yeah, because it's apparently pretty bad there. Okay, thanks. Thank you very much.
I would just like to comment, it's nice to see that the garden is still there and it's grown, because I was there 3 years. It was the first thing I did when I moved here was got a plotted garden. It got to be, well, I had 2 plots.
Yeah.
And I don't know why You're not allowed to do that anymore anyway.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
You can.
Oh, yeah.
It's free. It's free.
Oh, no free, no free.
And I'm straight by the water. And I think I'm the reason why nobody can grow pole beans. So it's,
You can grow whole beans. There's some other things we would be
oh, okay.
really happy if you could grow.
I couldn't grow it anymore. I mean, I was an amateur gardener and they just grew like, and they said they couldn't mow the grass. They were just like, I had a trellis. And
Well, that's a problem if you can't love the grass.
yeah, it's a lot of,
Yeah.
it was a lesson and it was a lot of fun. And there was 3 generations out there.
Oh,
It's nice to see.
maybe one of your generations, one of your family generations, it can come on over. We do have plots available at the beginning of every season, and we have a lot of members who come back, and so they always get first dibs. So, yeah, okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Good evening, Ron Wilcox, 250 South Barber Avenue. I'm just here to mention about the playground equipment we're trying to get for Wayne Dickerson Park. Real sad that the council couldn't get together and honor one of the students who graduated from Woodbury High this year, Caleb Curry, 3.8 grade average, man of the year for football in Woodbury this year, and we won Mr. Woodbury. I know we we got a lot of things we do in the city, but we try to recognize young black man with doing a good thing in the community, single parent home, so. But I'm gonna speak a little bit about who I am and why I do what I do for the city of Woodbury. Growing up here in Woodbury as a young black man, if it wasn't for sports, I probably wouldn't even went to school. Grew up playing Little League baseball. Didn't play football much because I was a little big guy, so I was a little heavy for football, but I'm still down there to help them out. Pretty good in baseball and play basketball. We played ball down at Wayne Dickerson Park. And so what I do is I'm just like a community activist, just trying to get things done in the community. A lot of people in our community down there at Wayne Dickerson Park. I live on South Barber. I grew up on Maxwell and Nelson Avenue, across from Woodbury V-Sign. And we played ball day and night. Many days we used to have to sweep the glass off the courts and things down there, but like I say, sports is real important, and community stuff. Playground down there. The kids need a new playground, need new playground equipment. So that's my push. So we've been trying to work with a company called King of Swings. I don't know if you heard of them. They're really pretty big, and we got a couple pictures of equipment we're trying to get to the council.
Right, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I'm over here, up front.
What's up, buddy?
I just wanted to, years ago, the school needed, it was West End. They needed the exact same stuff, and I know they solicited a lot of the businesses, and what they did was they put a starboard on.
The community. We're gonna do
Yeah,
that.
the community.
We're gonna do all that. Whatever
Yeah.
we can do.
And then we got
I have a couple donations already. If we wanna donate towards it, I'm friends with the Gaudreau family. I spoke to them because he worked at Woodbury Nissan at one time, and I saw him this year, and they said they would make a donation towards it. And we have few businesses that want to donate. I got a few. I talked to Peg Sickle, the former mayor, and she gave me a few grants that we could reach out to. So I've been working with John and Catherine to try to get this done. And so just growing up here, it's something we got to get done out there. We need it. The tennis court. We trying to get the tennis net put back out there or put out there. They never put it out since the park was done. The basketball court's doing well, but I think they should have started at the kiddie park, for the younger kids from 2 to 12. Get that done. So that's what we're working on now, getting something up for the kids from 2 to 12. And hopefully everyone on council is on board. We need it, man. We need it down there. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And John knows I was park commissioner down there for a while. Once we get this done, I'll be willing to do whatever we got to do. I'll be the one locking it up again or whatever. So that's what I'm here for. Me and Kim Hughes, man, I got a lot of neighbors got signatures of all of them who are willing to help out. So that's the push from now until, you know, I deceased. You know, so we gonna try to get this done. I know, Mr. Miller's father, I played ball with him. We working on to do a documentary on a team that was down there in Comets. Yeah, you remember? Yeah. So every time I go around, people ask me, "You remember that game? You remember that game?" When we almost beat them, they won like what 60 games or something in a row.
Keyword almost.
Yeah. John Gligger. Yeah, grab my home run over the fence, just like that. So yeah, everybody asks me every time they see me, you remember that? You remember that? So we're gonna do a little documentary on that to raise some money towards that too.
That's cool.
Cause that was everywhere I go, people, you remember? Yeah, I remember. So I'm here for you, whatever I can do to council, you know, I'm here in Woodbury, so y'all know, they know, I try to help out whatever I can do. But hopefully
What's the cost of it? You got a price on?
yeah, we got prices, we got all the prices.
Ranging between what and what?
Yeah, what's the max? Max is 124, I think.
124.
Yeah, for all together, we gonna get, you know, rubberized cushions on there. So we looking into, I mean, whatever we gotta do, we'll raise the money, like I said, whatever grant y'all can come up with, we can come up with the rest. So teamwork makes the dream.
Right.
All right, appreciate y'all. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
At least you made it, but you moved up to the front.
I seen that.
I did a mural at Lake Dickinson.
Yeah.
My name's Lauren Dan. I'm from the South Jersey Artist Collective. And I wanted to talk to you guys about possibly painting a rainbow flag on 100 Broad Street. We would like to do it in honor of Pride this weekend. We're professional artists who will have it done in about an hour. We're planning on doing it Friday night around 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. We have 4 artists that are willing to work and do it. We have the paints, and we also have paint that can be washed off with power washing.
Oh, so this wouldn't be permanent.
It would not be
That
permanent.
was-
It does really sound like you're coming from back there.
Does it feel?
Yes. If I was in the right now,
Why was that?
it would not be permanent. No, I mean, although there are lots of permanent ones in lots of towns, Collingswood, Philadelphia, Haddonfield, Maplewood, New Jersey. So it could be permanent.
Right. Well, when we got the request, we weren't sure if it was permanent or not, but we handed it to our legal counsel to make sure we were in compliance, so glad. Tim, you're the.
Lawyers never have good answers sometimes, so there is certainly a concern over, putting artwork on roads. I mean, you have the markings that are there for particular reasons, solid lines, hash lines, could be other kinds of lines.
Do you know there's no lines there?
I do not.
There's no lines.
No.
There's one from Hunter to like across Broad, because we street viewed it to see like if how we would paint it, basically if there was like 2 horizontal lines and we would go vertical in between, but there's actually nothing there.
Where exactly on Hunter?
Okay, at the end of Hunter Broad by the lights. So SJAC is right there. So my plan was kind of to lead people to SJAC. You go across the rainbow walkway. I was going to chalk on the sidewalk up to SJAC and just kind of promotion for the event on Saturday.
We're not on the 45, right? We're not.
It's not on 45, because you got county roads and state. roads.
Yeah, it's Hunter Broad is here and Hunter perpendicular here.
So it would be
to the
across of Hunter. like,
yeah, exactly,
Going along with 45,
exactly.
going just on Hunter.
And I do have a picture of like how it would look. It would be long ways. And I can send my phone through. Just don't scroll, but that's what it would look like. We would do it straight through. And again, there are no lines there, so it would be the only lines. I really imagine just kind of the kids walking past it and thinking it was cool how it just kind of sprung up overnight. And again, it could leave overnight.
No, I get you.
You know?
That's what we didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, well, is this permanent?
Yeah, no, my first response was I have concern legally about permitting it, for the reasons I was concerned, so that's, okay. Well, it's a local street, it's not a county or state, because we don't have jurisdiction over those. I mean, always hesitant because of liability, if someone, I know we have ratified a JIF, our insurance company that would be playing for accidents,
Me and the other artists would be willing to sign a waiver.
it's helpful, but not when we get sued. Man. Tell you that.
Yeah, that's right.
Know what it is, and one question came up, cause I'm all for, hey, let's beautify the city, we can make it look good, what the heck, it's thing we gotta worry about. The question was, well, what if another group comes that really could be an antagonist group, and because we gotta figure out policies and procedures, like who can and who can't.
Mm.
Like, what happens if, it's the KKK says, hey, I want to make this on the streets because it's in honor of our movement. So
We got
it's sort
that,
of
but
in a-
I'm a Woodbury organization
Yeah,
that
yeah.
works in Woodbury and supports Woodbury, so if
No,
you
no.
guys have any affiliates with the KKK,
No, we-
coming through supporting you.
we know
But you know what I'm saying, like,
You know what we're saying.
yeah.
The Pandora's box, what happens if a group that comes in could be very divisive, says, hey,
Sure.
you let them, you gotta let us, we have rights too, to do the same thing.
I feel like it's the strong man argument, but I get it, I
No, no.
get it, like,
Yeah, and I'm not doing it to be competitive,
yeah.
we just wanna protect the city to make sure, if
Sure.
we do it, we're covered, and then part of it was, I believe, when your letter came to me, I sent it out to all the council members to get feedback on what they would like to do, right? Joe responded fast, and I think Donna got back to me. And I said, it'd be nice to see if we can, for things like this, to put a procedure to protect ourselves, to protect the city.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking about doing, and I think I mentioned it to Councilperson Miller, was, hey, I'm gonna probably put together a committee of, council people to go through all of it with the attorney to make sure whatever we do, we're sort of is the most protected we can be from any suits, anything that, because, you think you've seen it all, and then you take chairs away, you take away benches on Broad Street, somebody's suing you because they had nowhere to sit.
I've lived in Woodbury a long time, I remember the fireworks
Yeah.
lawsuit, when somebody was
Yeah.
shot in the eye and we couldn't have fireworks for
So you
several
want to
years.
do
So-
nice things all the time, but you're afraid sometimes good deeds don't go unpunished.
Well, I am on the Historic Preservation Committee as a mural consultant. I was on the Broad Street Committee for the mural. I'd be happy to be a consultant for you on this situation, as an artist and our supporter in this city and for South Jersey.
Okay, then we're not, like I said, we haven't made a decision. That's why the letter came, but we're tussling. How do you do this?
Okay, I just need to know by Friday by 8.
Yeah, I know.
I'd like to the procedure, basically, is any request that we give, we just need to know forward that we can adhere to, so it's cohesive.
Yeah, but nobody wants to say that. You've been discriminatory towards us.
That's fair.
Does that make sense? And it's,
There be formal application, then would be the release of the whole harmless policies. That would be a better way, make me feel a lot better as a solicitor. I assume you got that point, Sean.
so you understand that, like I said, we want to do things, it's just, that sometimes you run into it. if you
Yeah,
don't-
so you're not saying no yet?
Yes.
Okay, but you're saying no for this week.
Yeah,
Sounds that way.
yeah, it sounds like, because we don't have enough time to vet.
Gotcha.
We gotta vet it.
No private parking lots.
No, yeah, I mean, I can paint all over it, the soda and the Quaker streets. They're fine with it, but I wanted to get outside of my realm a little bit.
No, I get you.
Thank you for hearing me.
No, we're not, like I said, it's not that I actually, it doesn't look bad. Nice look, have a rainbow around it, sort of bright
I
everything.
think it does too.
Yeah, no, I get you, it's just, we're just trying to figure out how we do this.
Thank you.
Also, I do just want to say thank you, Lauren, for pitching this, and also if you haven't, I mean, I know a lot of us already have been over to this collective, but I mean, you had the member show the other night. There were like 30-40 people there.
119
119 came through. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
for the Woodbury Art Show for all 3 elementary schools. There were 150 people that came.
Yeah.
So we've had thousands of people come through the doors already, and our grand opening is Saturday. So it's really exciting. I hope to see you guys all there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Name is Tony Alberio, 522 Delaware Street. The last time I was here, I was asking for an extra bin for the trash. Well, I did a little experiment. I have a lot of green stuff in my backyard. Branches, leaves, climbers, you name it, I got it. I have about 3 to 7 bins almost every week going out. Okay. So I was really worried about what am I going to do with the new trash. So I did an experiment. I put out the recycle bin. I fill in the recycle bin with my green stuff, and I left some green sticking out so that when the truck went around, they could tell that it was green. They picked it up. So if they continue honoring that, I'm satisfied, and I don't need any more stuff. I'm just gonna do that because one of those trash bins takes care of 3 of mine, or maybe even 4. So if they continue doing that, I'm okay.
I'll go to John on that one, Sal. What you got?
Tony, that was like when we had started this, they just that 90 days to kind of dial this in. We're looking at a couple of different things, using the other cans, maybe if we do that, you would just email us or contact us and say, hey, this week I want to have my other cans out there when it is yard debris. Because some of them, if they don't have it peeking out like you did, the guy's not gonna want to grab that in case there is trash in there, because now we just soured a load of yard debris. So we're working on that. So I appreciate you doing that.
It wasn't really open. It was obviously closed.
But yeah, when you said
I
that,
took that advantage of.
yeah, no, but that's a good idea. And we were thinking about that, like I said. So if it's okay with you, I got your information. I'll reach out to you probably in the next few days, and we're working towards some of that also.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sheena Jordan's for 490 Barber Avenue. I'll go off the garbage thing. I will say East Barber has been good. I think a lot of people are confused though. Are we like the pamphlet that you guys sent out, what's on the website says it has to be on the road. And then other people are putting it on the curb. And then I saw Brad put on Facebook that it could be either one. So people are confused. So are we supposed to put it on the road or the curb, or does it matter?
If you can put it on the road, it makes it easier. Like, if you can have the wheels up against the curb while it's sitting on the street.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been doing. I've seen names.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's like on your street, I know that the shoulder line and then the right of way strip is close enough. If I was sitting on there, it's just as long if the guy can grab it with the arm, he's going to grab.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've had a couple other situations like on my street, like in between the cars and all that kind of stuff. And my neighbor, the second week that we have all down my street, it's been beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't even used my trash can. My neighbor and we don't make that much trash. I mean, I put her trash out for, I use her trash can. We put one can out for both of us, for both houses. So.
Well, I would actually sort of submit that we probably put it out on the street by the curb. If they get too far in, then they won't be able to.
But there are situations like where she's not saying like there's not much of it between the shoulder and the curb. There's not much room to maneuver. Like if they moved over, it's as though they could clip the can. So
Yeah, I mean, we're on the county road, so if someone
Yeah,
puts the can, it's gonna go into the yard.
unique situations. I mean, if
I just maybe we can mark, like, what I'm saying is, I could see where somebody puts it out,
Yeah.
they might be too far back where they
Yeah.
can't reach it.
I think people are just confused because in the pamphlet it says,
Yeah.
put it on the road, put the wheels to the curb, and then
there's
people didn't, and then they were still getting, like, the first week, the trucks were coming and actually getting the cans they could off the
Yeah.
curb, and then Brad put on Facebook, like, it's okay, you can put it on the
because
grass if you need to, kind of thing.
because there are circumstances
Yeah.
like that where the can is almost into the lane of traffic, and as long as that arm can grab it, there's no way we're gonna have a pamphlet that's gonna cover every scenario.
Yeah.
So
No, I-
and we've solved a lot of problems. Like I said, people calling. Like I said, some people leave it on a right of way strip. Other people, it's okay for them to put it down in the street and with the wheels against there. And like I said, we haven't had that many many issues with that there. But no, like I said,
So my other thing about that then is, right before I got here today, I was contacted, by a resident that her trash cans are overflowing now.
Yep.
And it's starting to smell. There's other residents that are having the same issue. And then the duplexes that only got one set of cans
They-
have to share.
They've already, the duplexes and triplexes and quads have all been addressed
Okay, we're getting
this
extra
week.
cans.
They've got extra cans where needed, yep.
Okay,
And then,
cause I saw on there that
I-
actually the cops got involved because one lady claimed the can.
but I mean, you know, it probably helpful anybody that you speak to. Probably if they speak to us,
Yeah,
they're gonna get a lot of.
I mean, I've been telling them to call.
No,
in.
no, I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate you doing that, but like I said, if they call us, we're gonna get it taken care of. Like I said, we've addressed, 43, 44, multiple dwelling units,
Yeah.
this week
Okay.
and last.
Well, that's good to know. I know a lot of people are gonna be happy if they did.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, but again, if we would have just arbitrarily got bids for every unit, like, like the Woodbury Manor, they didn't want them, and why, I mean, so what, by the time we buy them, they're basically close to $100 a piece. We don't wanna, we wanna buy what we need and not, we don't wanna oversaturate out of the box.
Yeah.
That's,
And then do we have a cost for September 30th
That-
when we're able to buy them?
that will be out probably tomorrow. It's gonna go out tomorrow.
Okay, and then my
Yeah.
question about that is, are we paying the vendor? Because we're gonna have to pay for those, right?
You'll pay that through us.
So you're gonna buy them from the vendor and then we have to pay you?
You're gonna pay us and we're gonna give you the can, that's correct.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, you're gonna buy them with taxpayers' money and then you want us to pay you more money for them? Is that,
If,
is that,
if you're,
because you're gonna have to buy them.
no, if you buy the can,
Okay,
right? If they're $80, they cost us $80, we're gonna charge you $80. And then that's how the can is gonna get paid for.
all right, so taxpayers,
No,
I'm just saying, we bought the cans that you guys gave us now, and then you're gonna buy more, and they're gonna be with our money. Do you see what I'm saying? It's taxpayers' money that you're paying for that, so you're asking taxpayers.
no, we're not,
Buy more trash.
no, if you want a can, you pay for that, you pay the $80 for the can.
Yeah.
The taxpayers didn't pay for it, you just paid for it. If we were charging $160, yeah, then, if we get.
I'm just saying, because a lot of
we-
people were upset when the trash cans, when you guys said, like, put your old trash cans out, and they were crushed, and some of those trash cans were $100 and something, and they didn't realize that you guys were crushing those cans and disposing them that way. They thought you were gonna be recycling them. So like, that's a problem. A lot of people, I mean, I have the metal trash cans that I had to buy because of the squirrels eating through my trash cans. So like, I'm not gonna give those up. But what I'm saying is I spent good money on trash cans that I can no longer use now.
We never said that you had to get rid of your old trash cans. You
No,
bought.
I'm not saying
That
that you guys told us that, but I guess a lot of people thought that you're gonna recycle them and they weren't recycled, they were
I
crushed.
I don't know why, I don't know why anybody would have thought that,
Yeah.
because we just don't, we will collect them.
Just to answer the question for the second.
Mhm.
The city provided the first, it'd be no different than if you went to Home Depot and said, you know what, I want a second 90-gallon can. You go to Home Depot, you're paying $150 for that can.
Yeah, but you guys put a trash can system in where we would no longer can use our trash cans, and you're asking residents who are already strapped and paying high taxes to buy another trash can because of a system that they didn't even have a say in.
They're not the ones that on it. They think about it, when you moved here, did the city provide you with a trash can? The only one they provided you with was a recyclable can. You had to go buy the trash cans.
Yeah, and a lot of people did.
Stop buying the trash.
Yeah, but now we can no longer use those trash cans. A lot of people just
Right.
are, so.
Well, we're the last town in the
Right.
county to do it. Every other town's doing it. That's the new way. That's the way it is.
I mean, Deptford picks up both. They pick up their trash cans and then they're allowed to actually put their old trash cans out if they have overflow and they pick those up. They do, because I drive everywhere every single day and I see the trash system.
I don't know.
So-
I don't call the mayor if the meeting.
My other thing is, do we have a list of roads where potholes are going to be filled for this year? The roads, the potholes are horrible,
No.
especially the one by the police station.
All you have to do is call us with them, they're out with the hot box, and they go around to the ones that we know about, that we make a list, but we don't put a list out.
So residents could just call you guys and we'll have,
That's what, if everyone, whatever concern they have, that they would just, we all have this thing in our hands.
I understand that, but I've had people say that they have contacted you guys about these potholes and nothing has been done.
Not true.
So that's why.
Not true.
that's why-
If they will call us, believe me what I tell you, just please ask them to call us. We want, that's why we're here. We want to help them. We want to help them.
We're here to
Okay.
serve the community, like, instead of people going online, going on Facebook Talk. and
Yeah,
just-
please call them.
Hey, something that you call, like, people, there was an issue with the trash from my neighbor, he emailed me, and we figured it out, like, right across the street, like, that's all you have to do, instead of going online and complain about, like, we want to help, but we can't help, I'm not going to Facebook, sorry, it's not. So unless somebody actually contacts, Public Works contacts us, emails, I'll give you my cell phone number if you need it. And then we can rectify the situation. That's why we're here, to serve the public, but we can't serve.
I know, but you guys have to understand, like, there's a lot of residents that have said that they have literally reached out to either email, by calling or whatever, and they feel ignored. That is why I'm up here. And
I'm gonna tell you, that's not true, because that's not true.
that it is true because I
No, it's
told
not
many
true.
times.
It is not true.
All right, but it's fine. Let me continue. So my other thing is, what are the days and hours that Mr. Bianco is working?
What's that?
What are the days and hours that Tom Bianco are working?
He works 35 hours a week.
Okay, I'm sorry. But what are the, like, so does he have certain hours? For certain
He
days?
might start, depending on what his appointments are.
Okay, so he has.
Because,
like, certain days or hours.
because he might be here at 5:30 at night, meeting with one of our business owners and all that.
Alright, that's all I need to know.
All right.
And then my other thing was,
We're past the 5 minutes, so we would like.
I know you let the other one go past. the
Yeah, but.
So,
wait, you're-
but my whole other thing was, I'm glad that Kyle said something about like how it doesn't matter if Republican or Democrats, we all need to work together. I feel like if we want to show everyone in the city that we can work together, even if we don't agree on things and we think differently, I think we need to stop with the intimidation, telling people not to talk to certain people and kicking certain people off of committees because they criticize the township or the mayor or whatever.
That's wrong. I didn't kick him off the committee for talking bad. I never put him on it. This was by the last mayor, and then his term was up, and it was up to me to who I put on the committee, and I put a different person on the committee. That's my decision. I get that decision. And I made my decision. It has nothing to do with anything else. He's been coming to meetings since I've been here.
But I've had that.
I definitely is.
Just now that people talk to me and they said that they're not allowed to talk about certain things, they're not allowed to criticize the city because if they do, they are going to.
Point of order.
So I'm just
Point of order.
saying-
I think we're done. Thanks. Great.
John, are there tips on cycle code?
Hey, Cal.
I hope I'm not gonna be contentious at all tonight. I'm gonna do this real quick.
Yes.
If you don't know me, I'm Cassie's dad, Shaylee's dad. That's the
Former
I
council.
would like to be known as. The most important thing is their father right there. I would be remiss and honestly it'd be a travesty if I didn't speak on Bill Fleming, someone who for over 2 decades was literally a shining light in the city of Woodbury, everything he did for the city. And the people in the city, some people like me, Frank, mentor, everything he's done. He deserves far more accolades than he's got. And I just want to say, personally, thank you. We should all be thankful to him for what he's done. But and by the way, John Balco being back involved.
Yeah, no,
It's an awesome thing.
This is former councilman night up there. Yeah, here, we got a lot of council up there, former council. Anyone else?
Seeing no one want to close.
Got a motion, got a second, any questions, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, guys have it. Last but not least. Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
I'm saying. It's adjourned.
You would think that.